Today we are going to be talking about what the appropriate fit of a balance harness looks like on your dog, as well as covering some troubleshooting tips. Now before we get started with putting the balance harness on our dog, I want to talk about what each of these straps are going to be referenced as throughout this video. The first strap is going to be our colored strap. This one goes on top of the dog, so we'll label this the top strap. The second strap is the chest strap. This goes in between your dog's front legs and rests along their chest. This is going to be the girth strap. This goes around your dog's rib cage, and this is the neck loop. Now to put this harness on my dog, I'm going to unclip the two buckles that are on the girth strap. And if I have the buckle neck version of the balance harness, I'll unclip the buckle that's on the neck loop. I'll clip this around my dog's neck, make sure that the colored strap is on top, feed the chest strap in between his front legs, and clip the girth strap on either side. Good job, bud. Now let's talk a little bit about what the appropriate fit looks like. We want the front leash attachment point to be draped kind of like a necklace on our dog. It's going to rest on the bony part of his chest. I also want the girth strap to be sitting a couple of inches behind his armpit or his elbow area. Anything that's in between the armpit and the soft part of his abdomen is going to be an appropriate place for your dog. We want to make sure that the girth strap is fitted snugly, but we should be able to fit 2 to 3 fingers underneath the strap comfortably. So this is what an appropriate fit will look like on your dog. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about what makes the balance harness so unique. There's a couple of different features that I'd like to show you. One is that it allows complete freedom of movement within the forelimb. The balance harness has a design where the neck strap sits off of the shoulder area, allowing for complete freedom of movement within the forelimb. Now you can see when I move Rue's forelimb forward, there aren't any straps that are going to block his shoulder whatsoever. Another key feature is that it has 6 different adjustment points, which allows for a totally customized fit for your dog. This includes the top strap and the chest strap being adjustable, which allows you to fit the girth strap further behind the armpit area, which also helps prevent chafing. Additionally, it has both a front attachment point and rear attachment point so that you can use a double attachment leash to have a little bit better control over your dog. Now we'd like to talk a little bit about some common questions that we receive. Often we'll hear from customers who are trying to fit the balance harness to their dog and are concerned about the top strap bulging. The nylon will soften with use and the harness will start to lay flat on your dog. You should also know that we want this top strap to be long enough that it accommodates our dog's movement. It may seem bulged when your dog is looking up at the tree for squirrels, but when your dog is sniffing the ground for something that smells really nice, it's going to move with your dog. This is the same for the chest strap gaping. If you notice that your chest strap is gaping when your dog is sniffing down towards the ground, don't worry too much about it, as we want that strap to be long enough that it accommodates the dog when they're looking up as well. Good job. Another common question that we receive is asking about how the harness moves on your dog. Now it's important to know that the harness will move less on your dog as it picks up on the natural oils in your dog's coat. You should also know that every front attachment harness moves to one side or the other when you apply leash pressure to the front attachment point. This should not inhibit or change the functionality of the harness. You can also utilize the Blue-9 Pet Products multi-function leash that attaches to both the front attachment point and the rear attachment point of the balance harness, because that allows you to have a little bit more control over your strong puller. If you don't want your precious balance harness to end up like these chewed up pieces of mess, we have some chew prevention tips for you. Make sure that you only put your harness on your dog when you're getting ready to go for a walk. You never want to leave your dog unattended while wearing the harness. If you do notice your dog chewing on the balance harness, interrupt them and redirect them onto something that's more appropriate. You can also make sure that you're giving your dog plenty of safe things to chew on throughout the day so they're less excited about chewing on their harness.